What is up, Berserker Patriot Store family? So listen, once again, our rights are being fucking trampled on by Charlotte County commissioners. Do you know that they now have 10 or 11 cops guarding the county commissioners here in Port Charlotte, Florida? That's fucking insane. Law enforcement is not supposed to be involved in public meetings, guys. If they want private security, they're supposed to pay for that themselves. They're elected officials. They are not supposed to get, they're county commissioners. They're not senators. They're not fucking congressmen. They're not supposed to get taxpayer private security. But yet there are 9 cops at the county building for the county meeting right now. So if the commissioners don't like what a citizen says to them, they will have them physically removed from a public building. It's crazy. We're gonna get a little footage of the 500 more signatures to get our sheriff recalled, guys. 500 more signatures. That's all we need. Get on that. Get online and get filling out them signatures for our petition. I'm gonna give y'all a little preview. Here. I had to go disarm myself, unconstitutionally disarm myself to go into a public building. So that's what we're gonna expose right now. I had to go. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 guards to guard a public meeting.
You got 6 more coming.
6 more coming to guard a public meeting. I didn't know we lived in a Gestapo here in America, guys. This is a public building that we're in right now, a county building. And we have 6 private security guards and cops guarding our meeting. They can't hear me.
I can hear you.
I have a First Amendment right. I can speak.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. You just say I don't have a First Amendment right in here?
Take you outside.
Did you just say that out loud?
They can hear you inside there.
Just go a little bit further out so that way
They
you're
can
not
hear
showing
you
up in
inside
there.
here.
Okay, there's nothing stopping them from hearing you. If we're yelling,
There's a
then you
door
can-
and a
you
wall.
can
Here
go
inside.
through. All I'm asking, just go that way.
You
can
see
do
that?
everything- You can do everything you want. Just do it over there.
You can do everything you want. Just do it over there. We live in America, buddy. I can do what I want, where the fuck I want to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you can.
Sir, there's no videotaping in this building.
In a public building, there's no videotaping? Who are you?
Sir,
Who are you?
I'm the security coordinator.
Yeah?
Please,
Hey, where's
stop
the
recording.
sheriff at? No, it's first right.
No,
You
sir.
can't stop me.
It's against county ordinance.
There's no ordinance doesn't supersede the Constitution, buddy.
Sir,
You can't
it's
supersede the
against county
Constitution with ordinance. No, it doesn't matter. It's not a law. Ordinance isn't a law.
Listen, what they can do.
They can't do
choose
that.
To do,
How many times
they
have we
can
been through
choose-
this?
Hold on a
How many
second.
times have I sued this
They can
county over
choose-
this?
They can choose to trespass.
Get Stephen Deutsch and
if
Joe
they tell-
Tessio out
if
here
they
right
tell me
now.
They want you trespass, then I'm gonna have to tell you to leave.
Okay, I want that writing though. I want public trespass for constitutionally protected activity because I'll sue him. I'll personally sue him. He's the security
He's
coordinator.
gonna let me know what he wants to do.
Yeah, you know who I am. You know better than to
I've
do
never
this.
met you before.
Yeah, you have.
I know the law.
gentleman will not stop recording. You've been told not to record.
No, I want a trespass notice for constitutionally protected activity. I can't do. Nope. I want a trespass notice.
Talk to me
I
so
don't-
we don't disrupt the meeting.
I don't care if I disrupt a public meeting for constitutionally protected activity. I'm told I can't
Okay.
use my constitutional right
You
to
cannot
record.
in this area. You can record in a public meeting.
This is not a restricted area. It's a public area. You have to have signs up for restriction. An ordinance does not supersede the Constitution. Please get law enforcement in here and give me a trespass
See
warning.
him right there?
Give me a trespass notice, please. I want it.
Trespass.
Yep.
Trespass.
I want it.
You're trespass. Let's exit the building.
Okay, let's go get a this is on the threat of arrest, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't leave the building, you're gonna be under
Is
arrest.
it what's your name and badge number?
Go. Come on, let's
What's
go
your name and
outside.
badge
Let's go
number?
outside, I'll give you your trespass warning.
What's your name and badge number,
I'll tell
sir?
you once we get outside.
It's your policy to
I
identify.
know. I'm gonna identify once we go outside. I'm not gonna see you.
see this?
Inside the building, I've already trespassed.
I am being removed from the building for constitutionally protected activity. I'm not allowed to record inside of a public building. Y'all should get this. They're kicking me out and trespassing me from a public building for recording.
They don't let us film in there either.
That's illegal.
No, sir.
It's constitutionally protected activity.
Sir, do you have
It's a
your ID
public
on you?
building. Yes, right here.
All right, thank you.
Yep. You're horrible news, by the way. You're fake news. You must be with ABC, right?
Keep going.
The news says that it's not unconstitutional to tell somebody they can't. You don't tell me what to do, sir. He's the officer. You have nothing to do with this. I know exactly who you are, and you know exactly who I am, and you know I've sued this building 8 times and won every single time.
And okay, that's what you think.
And this will be lifted as soon as I win this lawsuit, and I'm going to sue you personally.
Keep going.
This is the guy that's telling me I can't enact my constitutional rights.
That's absolutely correct.
These are communist Gestapos right here. Is what these are. These are actual tyrants.
Yep, that's what you want to call it, sir.
That's what you are.
Okay.
You're against the Constitution. Did you take an oath to the Constitution? Did you take an oath to the Constitution for your job? And this is supposed to be the news right here, guys. These people are supposed to stand up for the news. Let's get their face for our millions of followers. Real bright. Look at it. Let's get their face. They're supposed to be with the news. The fake news that doesn't know the Constitution clearly and know what freedom of the press is inside of a public building that our tax dollars pay for. I'm being trespassed from a public building for constitutionally protected activity. And he has my driver's license and he took off with it. I'm being trespassed for constitutionally protected activity, for recording in a public lobby that I've done 1,000,000 times, and I've sued this county 8 times over this. You'd think they'd fucking learn, right? Shelf Pimel, I'm 500 signatures away from getting you fucking recalled, bro. And this is just gonna help me. This is just gonna help me. These people are with that news organization right there in that car. Let's go ahead and get them known for fake news. We'll send this to Donald Trump so he can shout them out. How you doing today, sir? This is beautiful. I need some money right now. I've spent all the money that I sued them for before. They're trespassing me from a public building where you get your driver's license and your tags at, by the way. So now they're telling me I can't come renew my driver's license or my tags, is what they're telling me, because they're trespassing me for constitutionally protected activity. They say you cannot record. These are horrible people. These people are going to hell. They're not Christians. They're not Christians, I'll tell you that right now. These are evil people. Must suck to live China so much, right? Must suck to live China. This is car 2522. He still has not identified himself as law enforcement. He still hasn't given me a badge number or anything like that. We've got 3 cops here now. You heard them inside saying they got 6 more cops on the way to guard a public meeting that no violence has ever happened at in Port Charlotte, Florida. And you heard him tell me we don't have constitutional rights inside of this public building. We do not have constitutional rights inside of our public county building. I was simply trying to go to a county meeting today. First, they've changed all the rules, by the way, because I've recorded in here 1,000,000 times. Nobody's ever said nothing to me. Never. But now they've removed me under the threat of arrest for constitutionally protected activity in my county building. I'm so happy about this. I love money. I like getting paid, and I like taking their qualified immunity and getting paid for it, you know? We just got 4 officers fired last week. It was all over the newspaper because they like to hurt people in this town. That's what these cops do. All of these cops marched with Black Lives Matters and Antifa while they were here and glorified them as heroes. We got that on video, and it's in the newspaper. Okay, so that's the kind of cops we have in Charlotte County. That's what our sheriff does. This is absolute insanity. This is absolute insanity. Look how long he's taking me to get my trespass notice. What's it been? 8.5 minutes. They want me off the property so bad, but he's just sitting in his car in the air conditioning taking 8.5 minutes to trespass me for constitutionally protected activity. But I want that right. I want that in writing. I want that trespass. Under threat of arrest, I'm leaving this property right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't leave shit. You know what I mean? Because here's what happens when they arrest you here. They kill you, because there were 10 murders in 1 year in this county jail here, and nothing was ever done about it. 10 murders in 1 year in this county jail. And now we're being trespassed for constitutionally protected activity. I'm going to go over to Stephen Deutsch's house tonight. As soon as this meeting's over, I'm going to the county commissioner's house. I'm going to show him this fucking video. And I'm going to show him that these tyrants kicked me out of this building. That's crazy, bro. See what I mean, though? But you saw the 2,800 fucking liberals that were just up here pulling their pants down last weekend and shaking their dick in front of kids going inside this building and stuff. They did nothing about that. They didn't kick them off the property. They let the liberals come up here and do their thing. But because I'm recording inside of a public building, their ordinance is above Constitution. You heard them say that. You heard them say, I do not have constitutional rights. His exact words, I do not have constitutional rights. And that came from this sheriff right here. This is the sheriff that told me I don't have a First Amendment right. So, and he's not even Look how long he's taking. See, they have 15 minutes by federal law to end their Terry stop. That's what this is. This is, at this point, this is an unconstitutional Terry stop for a constitutionally protected activity. Terry versus Ohio, the Supreme Court ruled.
Hey Joshua, what's a good phone number for you?
941-467-2402, but it's already on your file. They're acting like they don't know who I am. They all know exactly who the fuck I am. They all know exactly who I am. I've been through this with this exact officer 3 times. You can go through my videos. You can see this exact officer harassing me like this 3 other times. There's no accountability for these tyrants here. And then private security wants to act like they're cops. See, I get to see the private security outside of here too, though. That's the beautiful thing about it. And they have no authority outside of this building. They have no authority inside this building. They had to get a sheriff to do this. They're just cowards, and they're acting like fucking tyrant, fucking Gestapo, Chinese. Oh, I'm a little upset right now, but I'm glad I came over here. I wasn't gonna come over here today, but someone texted me and said, hey, you need to get to this county meeting. There's big things happening. There's a reason they've got 22 cops protecting the county commissioners right now. Wait until I find out the laws they're passing in Charlotte County today. Wait until you find out if you put your hands on a fucking liberal here after they shake their dick at your little kid, you'll go to prison for it. They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff in there today, and they clearly don't want me in there. You know what I mean? You can only record inside the meeting. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I can record anything in fucking public. This is a public building. Our tax dollars pay for it. I was in the lobby hallway, and they're writing me a trespass notice because I was recording in a public hallway, trying to get into a county meeting. So I'm gonna pull this cop's qualified immunity, and he'll get fired just like the 4 did last week that fucked with me. You know what I mean? So, how many cops do we have to get fucking fired in this town? How many security guards do we have to get fired from this county building? You know what I mean? It's crazy. They don't learn their lesson ever. They don't learn their lesson. And then this is the news. These people are supposed to be the news that just left here. This is nuts. Bunch of fucking cowards too. Look at them. They're all cowards. This guy's the biggest coward right here. He's a freaking, he's an actual Nazi. Look how he's treating citizens. I'm a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen. He knows exactly who I am. I've recorded in this building 1,000 times. But he's following orders that are unconstitutional and illegal. And these people's qualified immunity will be pulled just like it was. I just got 4 officers fired last week. It was all over the paper. I'm gonna have fun with you guys. When does it ever taken this long to give somebody a trespass notice? That's the other Gestapo tyrant right there. He's an actual communist. Look at him. He's an actual communist. With his little black jacket on and his dark sunglasses like he's something. He's a coward is what he is, that has no authority over anybody. Has to call the sheriff. Has to call the fucking sheriff. So, in retrospect, just so you know, I was 250 feet away from where their meeting was. Their meeting was in the adjoining room on the other side of a 150-foot room, behind a podium, behind 2 walls. They said I was interrupting the meeting. You can hear I'm not yelling or nothing like that. I was recording the entire time. I didn't yell, I didn't scream. I was simply speaking about the corruption of the county, and then look what happened. They showed it, they proved it. I literally came up here with my phone on to prove this was what was gonna happen, and I'm going to see, I'm going straight to my lawyer's office from here, like directly to my lawyer's office. And then I'm going to Stephen Deutsch and Joe Tessio's house, and I'm going to turn this video into them, that they kicked me out. Because Stephen Deutsch is the one that asked me to come here today. The actual county commissioner asked me to come here and record to expose these people today. So that's what's funny about it. That's what's fucking funny about it. We're going to take his job. I promise you we're gonna take his job. I got nothing better to do. Every single day, all I'll do is make sure this guy's fucking miserable, man. Every day. Took an oath to the Constitution, too. What a fucking oath breaker and a traitor to this country. What a traitor. They're all walking around me right now. They don't have the balls to be in my face because they know I get punchy. That's in my file. I don't I don't just let them put their hands on me if they decide. That's why nobody got near me when they said, you have to get the fuck out. They backed away instead of getting near me. But I'm being trespassed for recording in a public building, which means I can no longer come get a driver's license or a tag or anything for my vehicle. All because I want to enact my Constitution because they're having a very fucked up meeting. They have 30 cops to protect these commissioners right now because they don't want us to get in there and speak. They have 30 cops stopping people from going in the fucking door and 6 private security people stopping people from getting in this meeting today. That's your Sheriff William Promell, Port Charlotte, Florida. That's what William Promell does. All this shit you see in the paper, you'd think they'd learn. This county's been sued so many times, it's not even funny. Not just by me, by a lot of different First Amendment activists. So, man, what are we going on? 15 minutes it's taken him to serve me with the trespass warrant. So now there's another thing I can pull this qualified immunity for. Under Terry versus Ohio, he has 15 minutes to get my trespass warrant notice up. And he has my driver's license, so I can't even leave. He has my driver's license in the car with him. So I can't even leave if I wanted to right now. I can't even walk off the property because I can't get in my truck and drive without my license because then they'll pull me over and harass me. And watch, I've got my video camera in the truck rolling live right now. I'm gonna turn it on as soon as I get over there. They're gonna pull me over when I leave here. You see how there's no cops standing around me, right? There's nobody around me because they know I'm not a danger. They just don't want me to get in and expose what they're doing in that county meeting right now is what it is. They do not want me to expose what's happening in that county meeting right now. That's the only reason they won't let me in there. Come on. The only reason. So now the 15-minute mark is up. Terry versus Ohio, the Supreme Court ruled they have 15 minutes to get your investigation done with. He's sitting here on the phone just bullshitting. If they thought I was an endangerment, they'd have people out here guarding me, right? So they purposely just don't want me to get in that meeting and to expose what's happening. That's what this is. I even went outside and disarmed myself. So now I've got 3 different constitutional violations. Oh. There's no point in asking for a supervisor because I already know the supervisor that's on duty right now. He'll come out and just back whatever the tyrannical people say. How you doing today, brother?
Can't complain, man.
Huh?
Not complain.
Yeah. I can complain. I'm being trespassed for constitutionally protected activity. Yep. They don't want me to expose what's going on in that county meeting right now, so they're trespassing me for recording in public. We're gonna make them famous, though. We're gonna make them real famous.
Joshua, I just heard you say you were trying to get into a meeting. Which meeting are you trying to get into?
The one that I was trying to walk into when they told me I couldn't record and had to get out of the building, and they said I do not have a constitutional right.
Okay. Sir, if you want to go into the meeting, you can't record inside that meeting. But you said we were told you didn't want to go in the meeting.
Nobody said that.
If you want to go in the
They
meeting,
never asked me if I was trying to get in the meeting.
Okay. Well, if you want to go in the meeting, you have that every right to do that.
I would like
record inside that meeting.
This is already. No, I've been sitting out here for 20 minutes waiting for a trespass notice at this point.
Let's go.
I would like my driver's license and my trespass notice is what I'd like.
I'm going to tell them to rescind the trespass.
I don't want you to rescind it because I want to get my lawsuit going. Let's do this.
I'm rescinding the trespass this time.
Well, I'm gonna come back in and record in this building every time then.
You're going to record inside that meeting?
I'm gonna record anywhere I want to in a
No, sir,
public
you're
building.
not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Then trespass me.
Okay. If you want to go
No,
into the meeting, sir,
because
if
I'm
you
gonna
wanna
record
go-
wherever I want to
if you
inside
wanna go
my
into that
county
meeting,
building that I
if
pay
you
for.
want to go into that meeting and record, you are welcome.
I want to record inside my public building where I'm constitutionally says I can. That's what I
Do you
want
want
to
to
do.
go and record in your meetings?
I want to record inside my
Do you
constitutional
wanna go and
rights.
record in the meetings?
I want to record inside the
Do you
building.
wanna record in the
I want to
meetings?
record inside the building.
Do you
I'm
wanna
not going to
record
repeat
it?
myself again. Give me a trespass.
Okay.
You're not going to let me record inside the building.
Huh?
Yeah, just give it to
That's
me.
fine.
I like lawsuits. I love them.
Okay, because I am not officially trespassing you from that meeting. I am telling you you cannot record inside that building, and you can have that on video so you understand that I am telling you you are allowed to go into that meeting and record.
But you're
all
telling me
you
I
want.
can't go inside my building and
That is
record.
correct.
My
That-
building,
that
our
is-
building, not your building. You have no authority over here.
I do have the
No,
authority.
Stephen Deutsch is the one who asked me to come here and do this, so
Okay.
I'm going to get this
All right, well,
filmed to him today.
I'll talk to Commissioner Deutsch.
Talk to
about
Commissioner
that.
Deutsch. I'm going to go to his house as soon as I leave
If
here.
you would like to go in and record inside that meeting, you are more than welcome
No,
to do
I
that.
want to be able to enact my constitutional rights and record inside the building that my tax dollars pays
There's a
for.
public meeting going
Yeah.
on, so you can go in there and record if you'd like. Any other time, you're
Let's
not
get-
allowed
let's
to
get
do
this
that.
going, man.
You understand that? And I hope you have that on a recording
I
because
do.
I am telling you that
But you also
are
already,
allowed-
you're also telling me I can't can't enact my constitutional rights to record inside of a public building
That's
in the lobby.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, that's illegal.
All right. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Whatever you think is whatever you think.
I don't
your
have to.
right
I've
is.
already won this lawsuit once.
All right.
So did the other activist that sued you for this. All of them won it. he's pulling. Look, see, they're doing everything they can. See, what he's done is he's looked up the laws. That's what he's done, is he's looked up the laws on the computer, and now they're trying to weasel their way out of a lawsuit, is what they're trying to do. So I'm going to get that all on recording too, because he's still telling me I can't record inside of a public building, which is unconstitutional as hell. You know.
All right, sir.
First
You
Amendment
are allowed
right.
to go into this building and record inside the meeting if you like. We are not going to trespass you at this time.
Well, then I want my driver's license
We're
back.
going to get here in just a
You
minute.
see that? Look, they won't give me any paperwork because they don't want me to sue, but I can still sue. I can still pull
can
this
sue all
qualified
you want,
immunity.
sir.
You know, this is crazy.
You will go.
Hey, I need my driver's license
He's
from you
gonna
if you're
give
not
it
going to
to you in a
trespass.
minute,
Do you see how that just worked? He literally just looked up the laws,
You're gonna see-
and look how this went.
No, sir.
Look how
You did
this
not
just
look
went.
This up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told him that I did not want to trespass you because you want to go in and speak in that meeting.
Listen,
So that is under my direction.
well, you're still not going to let me record inside the building, right?
Correct.
Still not going to let me record inside the building, so I'm not going in the meeting.
escort you into the
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my lawyer's office right now.
Okay. You'll take that and show it to your lawyer. Then I'm allowing you to go into that meeting.
The meeting doesn't matter. You're not allowing me to go inside my tax dollar paid building.
That's correct.
Yes, that's correct. So it doesn't matter what you just said on the second part. You've already violated my constitutional rights numerous times. Numerous times. Why the fuck would I go back in there? See, this is how they get you. This is how they arrested me and put me in handcuffs last time. They did this, remember? They did the exact same thing, and then as soon as I stepped inside the building and turned my camera on, they put me in handcuffs and said, oh, well, you're already trespassed from here. So, look at that. Look at that. They looked up the fucking law. That's what took him 18 minutes. He looked up the law and saw that they can't legally trespass me from a public building if I haven't committed a crime. That's why I wanted the trespass notice. So now he's trying to cover his qualified immunity is what's happening here. So, let's make these people fucking famous, guys. This is crazy. I'm not gonna sit here and fuck around, because they'll do everything they can to scoop me up now. Watch. They'll do everything they can to scoop me the fuck up. They do it every time. Remember last time I did this county meeting? I had, 22 cops at my house the next day harassing me for no reason, saying they had an investigation they needed to uphold, and never told me what the investigation was. Remember that, when they put their fucking hands on me and drew their guns on me? And so there will be retaliation over this. Watch. They'll retaliate over this. They always do. It might take a few days, but they always retaliate. They'll get their little gang members together, and what does he mean he didn't know I was trying to go into the meeting? I was trying to walk in the fucking door when they stopped me. You know what I mean? What the fuck, man? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Sorry, trying to turn my fan on, guys. I'm not even upset. I'm not even mad. You know, this is crazy, bro. Every time. This is what this is what I'm trying to prove to you. Those leftists can come up here. They were just in here with video cameras. They wouldn't even let the actual news inside the building to record. They wouldn't even let ABC or OC2 News, whatever the fuck that was. And they're like, oh, well, they're allowed to do that. See, that's fake news. No legitimate news organization would let somebody stop you from recording inside of a public building, correct? That's crazy. An ordinance. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. All cops in 2025 are oath breakers because they push ordinance and policy over the Constitution. They push ordinance and policy over the Constitution. It's insanity. Insanity. I love you guys. Man, I really hope you're having a blessed day. I hope that, so I'm going to end this video. I just want to say, I love you guys. I wasn't even going there to try to cause a problem. I literally just went in to show you that they literally have 10 cops in there right now at the moment guarding the county commissioners meeting, 6 security guards, and you heard them say on camera they've got 6 more on the fucking way. That's our tax dollars paying for all of that, just so you know. Even the private security, they're not paying for that out of their pocket. That's our tax dollars paying for that private security that's there 7 days a week from open to close. Why do we have... There was 3 people in that county meeting. There was 3 people in there that's been going on since 9 o'clock. Why do they have 24 officers? Between officers and private security, why do they have 24 of them there for 3 people inside of a meeting? Tell me that. Riddle me this, Batman. Why do you need 24 cops? What do they make? 25, 30 bucks an hour on the taxpayer's dollar? So 40 hours a week times $30 an hour times 24 cops. How much money is that every month that we're paying for that? For them just to literally stand at the county building and do nothing all day except for harass law-abiding citizens. And you can see, I had my camera pointed at me the whole fucking time until I turned it around. You know what I'm saying? To point it at them once they started violating. I wasn't even recording anything but myself and their checkpoint. They have put metal detectors up and checkpoints. That was never there. That was not there any other time I've ever done a county meeting. And I've done 582 county meetings. I have recorded in that building at least 2,000 times and never been bothered except for maybe 4 times. And the other times I was bothered, I sued them and I won and they lifted the trespass. This time, he actually listened to what I was saying, the officer. You see, and he went and he looked at my file is what he did. And what he saw was there was a do not detain order on my file. That's why they tried to backpedal. There is a do not detain order with the state of Florida on my file because the FBI is watching me over my school board meetings. So when they come out and raid me, that's all they want to happen. So, and I only know that because a state trooper pulled me over one day for cutting around some cars that would not move and they sat through 3 lights. And he's like, he had me pulled over for a minute and then he immediately came up to the truck and gave me my license back and said, "Hey man, I'm sorry." I said, "What's up?" He said, you got a do not detain order on your file with your driver's license, so we're not supposed to detain you if you haven't broken the law. And I said, "Okay, that's cool." Because as you see in the video from the Bad Cops video, the lieutenant or sergeant or who the fuck it was, I don't remember back then or this time. Yeah, it's so long ago at this point. Admitted they did that to me 20 to 30 times in 1 week. They came up and raided my building with no warrant and harassed me 20 to 30 times in 1 freaking week. You think I ever got any accountability for that? Fuck no. So, sorry I was going around somebody that put the brakes on in front of me. What do you guys think I should do right now? I'm literally driving to my lawyer's office to turn this video over to him at the moment. So, I'll get back, you know, I'll make another video talking about something in a little bit here, but I mean, hey, I didn't expect to get that content today. I honestly didn't expect that to happen in a million fucking years because I'll have to go through my old videos on some of my old social media. I know for a fact I have a video of that same guy that just tried to have me trespassed. Fucking telling me that it's just fine to record inside of a county building. But I'm pretty sure because of all the activist stuff I've done in this town. Hey, baby, how you doing? Anyway, sorry, very, very pretty girl. Very pretty girl. Just, I'm pretty sure after this ordinance, because of me. That's funny. Because they passed that ordinance in Punta Gorda because of my truck. No vulgar language on your vehicle's clothes or anything like that. And that was all of our tyrants out there. That was all of our tyrants out there. The fire chief was out there. He didn't stand up for me. You know how many times I've helped the fire departments in this town? That specific chief. You know how many times I've helped them? I've saved the lives of people on the side of the road because their response time can't be always super fast. I'm not complaining about that. They're the busiest people in this town. They're the only heroes we have in this town is our fire department, not our fire chief. Fuck him. Our fire chief, that guy sucks. The one that was on the news just now. And they tell you lies about our county. That's the thing. While they're sitting there telling you how great our cops are, I just proved how fucking tyrannical our cops are in the same sentence. In the same motherfucking sentence. They were giving an interview about how great the sheriffs are in this community. That's what they were doing. Right now with the news. That's why I pointed those news people out. They were the actual news, like they were our local news. That's what that was, our local news that was there. But they wouldn't even let them inside the building, they said. So let's recap. Our sheriff is trying to absorb other police departments in the area because he says he needs the power, they don't need it. He has taken Charlotte County off of the cars and put strictly Sheriff William Promell on the side of the cars. He has a policy of officer safety over public safety in the Constitution. That's pretty Gestapo-like, right? That's pretty fucking tyrannical. That's pretty communist. I called their bluff, though, didn't I? Called their bluff real fucking quick. Give me that trespass notice. I begged for it, man. I needed that thing. Without that trespass notice, I can't get them for violating my constitutional right to be on public property. And the funny thing is, I'm going to have to take this up with a judge on the other side of the state because they all get paid off by William Promell here. Every one of our judges gets money from William Promell. He pays them cash. That's a fact. They're bribed. You know what I'm saying? When I was in my trial, the state attorney and the judge adjourned to their office, spoke in private about very important stuff about my case, and then when they came back out, they denied me any of my evidence. They would not let me put any of my exculpatory evidence into my case. That's how they got me charged. But it is what it is. I love you guys. Be blessed.